Greetings! I'm Teek, and this is the show where I go over things that were of interest to me in the last week. Fortunately, I have a great many interests, so there's probably something for you here too. Summer is cancelled, at least at the movies. Christopher Nolan's Tenet was supposed to usher moviegoers back into theaters next month, but due to a new surge of COVID-19, the movie has been pushed back 2 weeks, this time with an optimistic release date of August 12th. Following suit and abandoning July, Disney's Mulan has moved its release date a third time, now set for August 21st. Likewise, Bill and Ted will be facing the music 2 weeks later than anticipated, moving out of Nolan's way for an August 28th release. Of course, with the way things are going, it's hard to say if any of these new release dates will stick. Meanwhile, it was a big week in video game news, starting off with a detailed look at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's newest fighter. It had been previously announced that the new DLC fighter would be from the ARMS franchise, but now we know the chosen fighter representative will be Min Min. Making the announcement from his really nice living room, director Masahiro Sakurai demonstrated Min Min's unique abilities. Instead of traditional special attacks, the A and B buttons control Min Min's left and right arms respectively, with the right arm being able to swap weapons for varying speed, range, and power. Next up, more Pokemon news. Apparently last week's collection of announcements wasn't enough. This week, the Pokemon Company put out another special release video featuring a new product, Pokemon Unite, a Pokemon-based MOBA for Switch and mobile, because that's something anybody asked for. Or maybe not. Reception to the game hasn't been particularly positive, but it does look harmless enough, and it may be worth a try for a laugh. Moving on to games that people actually want, Cyberpunk 2077. Though the release date may have been pushed back, the promotional campaign is in full swing, with the first episode of Night City Wire showcasing some of the gameplay features we can look forward to. In particular, the showcase focused on the brain dance concept, which lets you walk around in the virtual memories of people and reconstruct events. It seems that this will be a major part of how the game's narrative is delivered to the player. Speaking of narrative, there's more Cyberpunk to look forward to outside of the game. Studio Trigger will be creating a Cyberpunk companion anime series for Netflix. Same city, different story. And in other gaming news, the E3-shaped hole in summer continues to get filled in other ways, including the first annual New Game Plus Expo, showcasing a selection of upcoming games that may otherwise slip through the cracks. We won't go over every title featured, but there are some standouts. A new Harvest Moon is on the way, coming to Switch and PS4 this fall. Fight Crab is exactly what it sounds like, crabs of various sizes fighting with a truly impressive number of weapons. You know, for crabs. Fight Crab hits Steam on July 30th with a Switch port on the way. For Samurai Showdown, the last DLC fighter of the season isn't what you might expect. Crossing over with For Honor, the latest playable character is the Warden, bringing some chivalry to the Bushido action. And for more Samurai Showdown, the Samurai Showdown Neo Geo collection is coming to PS4 and Switch next month, which I think may have been a better value proposition if Epic Games Store wasn't literally giving it away for free a couple weeks ago. Still, there will be a pretty nifty physical edition if you're a super fan. Also from SNK, if you're feeling nostalgic for the Neo Geo Pocket Color, well, I guess the Switch is the place to be. More entries in the handheld library will be making its way to the Nintendo Portable this summer. If you're looking for a JRPG, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4 concludes the ongoing story of the franchise, coming to PS4 on October 27th with PC and Switch releases scheduled for next year. And for another JRPG, Death and Request 2 is a horror-based game coming to PC and PS4 on August 25th. And we're still not done with unsettling anime-based horror games. For the 10th anniversary of Danganronpa, the trilogy of games is getting a mobile release. Meanwhile, good news for fans of Bloodstained. The NES-styled Curse of the Moon side game is getting a sequel. Curse of the Moon 2 will feature a mostly new set of characters to play with, including a corgi in a magical suit of armor, so that's where we're going with this franchise. And get your arcade sticks ready because Arc System Works is bringing out a new Guilty Gear entry. Guilty Gear Strive is coming to the PS4 in early 2021. Finally, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox is the latest in the action RPG series, coming to PC, PS4, and Switch in 2021. So, that's a lot of games, and you know where you won't be watching them? On Mixer. This week, Microsoft surprised the gaming world by announcing that they'll be pulling the plug on their fledgling streaming service. Unable to build the user base they were hoping for, Microsoft has thrown in the towel, announcing that they will discontinue the service on July 22nd, leaving Facebook of all companies to pick up the pieces. Mixer partners will be given an opportunity to transition over to Facebook Gaming with their previously established deals intact, though a quick glance shows that many will instead be moving back to Twitch. It's a real shame to see Mixer fall by the wayside like this. The site and the service was good, and God knows that Twitch needs a real competitor. Oh well, maybe YouTube will step up on YouTube Gaming again. Heading into new releases, coming out on Netflix this week is a relaunch of Unsolved Mysteries, which, cool. Kinda interesting to see what kind of cases they come up with in the age of the internet. Also on Netflix, Warrior Nun is a pretty neat looking sci-fi action show. Kinda reminds me of Buffy the Vampire Slayer if it had a budget. And on Amazon Prime we have Hannah Season 2, another show about a waifish but deadly teenage girl balancing life and death peril while navigating social circles. Over in video games, not gonna lie, it's pretty slim pickings on Steam this week, though since I am in a Cyberpunk mood, Neon District obviously caught my eye. I'm not even sure what the game is, but it looks neat. On the Epic Games Store, Air Memories of Old is one of this week's free games if you want some free-flying fun. Or get some top-down action going with Stranger Things 3, the game, which I think may be canon with the show. Meanwhile, on the Switch, while you're waiting for The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4 to come out, you can play Part 3 on your Nintendo system. And because I'm a sucker for retro, here's Clash Force, a very 16-bit inspired run-and-gun shooter. And that leaves us with this week's awesome video. Listen to Jay-Witz explain why it's so cool to see Pokemon Snap finally get a sequel.
To help bridge the gap between my generation and the last, we're gonna take a look back at what made Pokemon Snap so special, and also speculate a bit on why I think a new Pokemon Snap could be something amazing.
That's it for this week. So did you ever visit Mixer? What did you think? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and maybe give me a like if you think I deserved it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great week!